All right, everybody, what up? We are going to make an area calculator, area of a circle calculator. All right, so it's pretty simple coding, but some cool stuff, and we'll make it harder than we need to. Okay, so first thing, goodbye, cat. Peace out. We don't need you. All right. Uh, so when making a calculator, you got to use the smartest sprite you can. So I have found a picture of the smartest sprite that I can. And there he is. Smartest guy I know. He knows everything. Not this guy, but that guy. He does. Because he's a calculator. All right. Very quick with his calculations. So here's what we're going to do. He is going to ask us some questions, the let questions. What are we letting the variables represent? So here we go. Go to events and say green flag. When the green flag is clicked, here we go. So the first thing is I need Mr. Stab, not this Mr. Stab, that Mr. Stab, to ask us a question. So he's going to come over here to sensing and bring the ask. And he's going to say, what is the diameter? Question. Or what should we let, how about that? Yeah. What should we let the diameter be? You really word it however you want. Okay? So, this is going to prompt the person to type in an answer. Okay? So, what we need to do is create some variables. So let's go over here to variables and go make a variable. Let's make pi a variable. Make another one. Diameter. Enter. Make another one. Radius. Enter. Make another one. Now you notice it's adding all of these here. Perfect. Love it. Make a variable. Area. Okay. We could do circumference. We could do whatever. We'll do all that extra stuff later after. Okay. Now, here's all of our variables. Not my variable. Don't like that one. We could delete him. You don't have to, but I just wanted to clean it up for you. All right. We are going to set, let's go pi. Let's set pi. So I'm going to use 3.14. You can use 3.14159, or you can calculate all the digits of pi if you want. Just go onto a calculator and copy and paste it in. I'm not interested in that many decimal places. Okay, so I'm also going to set my diameter. Now check this out. This is super cool. Go back to sensing. We asked a question, and from that question, we get an answer. So I'm going to drag this answer and drop it here. So set the diameter to whatever the human being answers. Okay? Let's go back to our variables. So our diameter is this. So if this we say what should I let the diameter be? And they say 10. The diameter is 10, which means the radius would be half of 10. Now we could ask them that, or we could do the math for them. So check this out. Set radius. Now, here we got to do some math. How do we do that? We're going to go over here to the green operators. And up here we have different operations. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So how do we get half of a diameter? Well, we divide it by 2. So we take the division and we're going to drop it in here. Okay? And we're going to say something divided by 2. What is that something? It's our diameter. So do we type in whatever the person says? Well, we can't. That wouldn't be automatic. But watch this. If we go to the variables and we get the word diameter. So let me walk you through what's happening here. We've got variables. When the person tells us what the diameter is, it's going to put it into here. Then that is defining what diameter variable is. So to figure out what radius is, we take what they've defined diameter as and dividing it by 2. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. Now we are going to set one more thing and our area to something. Again, we need math. Okay. So the formula is pi r squared. Now, maybe you can figure this out, but I haven't figured out how to do a squared in the coding. But I do know that exponents are just repeated multiplication. So I can actually just do repeated multiplication. So watch this. We come back up here. We get our multiplication operator. And this would be something times something. So if that could be radius times radius. So let's go get our radius. Well, Mr. Staff, how does it know what the radius is? Because what you did is you took the diameter that they told you, divided it by 2, and now you've set the radius to that. So now we're going to take the answer of that, radius times radius. All right? And it's pi r squared. So we have the r squared part. Now we need to multiply it by pi. Okay? So we're going to go back here and get another multiplication. Okay? Set area to something times something. Now, options here is we can just type in 3.14 and then put this in. Or we could get the variable pi and put it in here. It's really what you want. Okay? As you get more complicated, you can ask in your coding, what do you want pi to be? And you can have it select 3 options. Okay, let's keep it simple for now. Okay, so I've asked what the diameter should be. I've had it do some math. And I'm going to go back to my sensing. No, my looks. And we're going to say hello. We don't want it to say hello. But what we do want it to say is the answer. So let's go back to variables. And now what we've set the area to be the answer of pi times radius times radius. So let's put area right in here. And now Mr. Staff will instantly say, there we go. What should we let the diameter be? That's my voice. Let's say 10. Okay. We hit enter. And he says 78.50. I say, Mr. Staff, brilliant. You're so fast and you're so smart, but you didn't get full marks because Mr. Staff always requires units. All right. So, we need to come back up to the operators and watch this. I didn't know about this one. I found this because I was like, I needed to say. So we're going to join apples and bananas. I don't want that. But what I do wanted to join is I wanted to join the answer to area. And I want to say units squared. Now, again, you could get more complicated and figure out to ask them what units it is. Okay, I'm not going complicated right now. So I'm going to say area units squared. I'm joining those 2 inputs in Excel or in Google Sheets. We call that concatenating, but don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to green flag and go. He asks me what the answer is. I say, or diameter is 10. And now he says 78.5 units squared. Now, I don't like that there's no space here, so I'm just going to come back here and just add a space before units squared. Let's try that. 10. Look at that. All right. Also, I like to be using exclamation points. MK doesn't really like that. There we go. Boom. 10. Oh, yeah. Awesome. You've now made a calculator. And what's cool is you can see all of the details up here. All right, pretty cool. Now, do you want to do something completely useless? Okay. Well, I do. This speech bubble is stuck here. I can't move it. And I was like, I want it to come from my mouth, right? I think that's important. So I figured out a hack. This is totally a hack. Here, watch this. We are going to add a sprite. And it's going to be, we're going to be creating it with the pen. Okay. And we are going to go paintbrush. I don't care. It could be a circle. It doesn't really matter. Okay. It really could have been any sprite, really. So here's my sprite, and here it is. Now here's the magic. See how it has no coding? Now we're going to come to Mr. Stav, who has all the coding, and we're going to drag this coding, and see how this is wiggling? So let's drag it there and drop it. Now when you click over here, do you see how it's here? And it's here. So Mr. Stav has this coding, and the circle has this coding. All right. Now I'm going to get rid of this coding. The way I could do that, you can right click and delete, or you can click it and drag it off to the side and it's gone. Oh, Mr. Stav, all our hard work. Don't worry, because we copied it over to here. So now everything's the same. Watch this. Now it's attached to my circle. What I can do is I can move this circle right to my mouth. Why is it coming out of that side? There we go. Did you see what I did? It was too far to the right, so it went to the left, and I kept moving it, and it was like, oh, so then I just came too far to the left, and it flipped it, and now I can move it. So exactly where my mouth is. Oh, Mr. Stav, I don't like that. Chill, chill, chill. Okay. So we're going to go events. When we click the green flag and go, okay, we want to definitely lock in this location. So let's go ahead and lock in this location. So we're going to go to motion, go to. Okay, right now that circle is at -18 and -74. So let's lock that in. And you notice that it's already there. That's perfect. Thank you, Scratch, for helping me out. Okay. Now, this is obviously ugly. So I want it to move to the back. So I'm going to go to looks. And I am going to go to the back layer. So right now it says go to front layer. That's okay. I'm just going to change it to back layer. So now when I hit a green flag, it's gone. All you can see is this genius mathematician in front of you. Okay. Now, you might want to also lock in the positioning of Mr. Stav. All right, my photo. So we'll come over back to Mr. Stav and say, when green flag is clicked, go to, it appears that he's at 10, -23. Okay. So now that is just locked in. So even if somebody moves him, when we go green flag and go, he's back. Okay. So let's do some fun calculations. 3. So the diameter of 3, which means a radius of 1.5. 1.5 times 1.5 times pi is 7.065 units squared. Okay. You could add more. Add a circumference on here. And then maybe next week we'll add volume. Okay. Well, I guess not volume of it. Don't worry. It'll make more sense when we do more. But yeah, you could do more. So here are some other cool ideas that you can challenge yourself. I'm just going to end this because it's a 14-minute video already. You can make a button here and you can have it say, what do you want to tell me, the radius or the diameter? That's pretty cool. And then it just customizes around that. Obviously, I think you should add a pizza because there should be circles. Okay. Well, you can sort of decorate it, make it look pretty. But make sure you name it. So I'm going to call this Mr. Stav area of a circle calculator. Okay. Got to hit the share button. Okay, a lot of people, when they're heading it in, give me this URL. Can't give me that one. Okay, it won't work. You have to hit share. Okay, come to here, and then copy the link. Okay. Copy the link. This is how I embed it on my website. And then submit that to the Google Classroom. Yeah, have fun with it, and happy calculating.